Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Well, Vail Mountain Rescue is like an insurance policy you don't want to have to use, but boy, are you glad it's out there if you need it. They do backcountry rescue. They also do education and information for the public, and Dan Smith is really here to do the latter part, to give us some advice, keep us safe, so hopefully we won't be making that phone call to 911 asking for Dan Smith to send Vail Mountain Rescue out to us.
It's not Dan Smith, it's the team. No, what we try and do with this is we'll tell you what happened and what people did right, what people did wrong, and then hopefully you can make the right choice and not do the wrong one. So we had 3 last week. We had a snowmobiler on a guided tour slide off the Tiguan Road. Because you have to remember, these roads have snow on them, but at 40 degrees during the day, you get a little layer of water which freezes up at night. So when those skis go down below that snow, they're just on ice.
Okay.
And he tried to take a turn too fast. He went over a cliff. Apparently came off the machine in the air. Badly broken wrist, reasonably broken ankle, nothing else. He hit several trees on the way down, but he blocked them unconsciously with his arm and his leg, so he didn't take a hit to his chest, which is the right answer.
Yes.
It hurts a lot when you break your wrist, and this gentleman could scream in Australian, which is he was entitled. It was kind of hard on him, fine. He's just got some broken limbs, and he'll be okay. Later in the week, we had another snow machine go off the trail at Camp Hale, and the first gentleman went off, again, sliding on ice. Kind of got off the machine, wasn't too far down. Another machine came over and clipped him in the back of the head.
Wow.
Now, normally this can lead to either a C-spine, vertebra, or a skull fracture. He didn't have either one. Must have clipped the back of his helmet. You're actually guessing what happened because the person it happened to never remembers and doesn't know. So
they're required to wear helmets when they're riding these snowmobiles?
Well, I think snowmobiles are covered by the same thing that the motorcycles are covered by. You're not required to. You're pretty much an idiot if you don't.
Okay.
And I try not to use the idiot word, except it would really fit there. There are just too many things that can happen, and you go off. And what we used to do with kids in ski helmets that wouldn't wear them back in the day is just take 2 cantaloupe to a school and drop one from about 3 feet up, and of course it shatters.
Yes.
Put the other one in a helmet, drop it from 3 feet up, and it doesn't shatter, if you're lucky. Yeah. that demonstration can go south on you real quick, but it convinces people.
Sure.
So these 2 were very, very lucky. Both were hospitalized here in Vail and didn't have to fly to Denver because Saturday nothing was flying. We could have gotten a Black Hawk because it's got the power to do it, but it would take an hour and a half to spool it up. Those crews are not just sitting by like Fly for Life or Fire.
Right.
So then our third one was a young man, only in the country 3 weeks as a foster child from Eastern Europe. Didn't speak a lot of English, and he was with his foster family on the Colorado Trail. And he was on a fat tire bike, these tires that are about this wide.
Yes.
And they separated. And no one, some skiers said they'd seen him continuing down the Colorado Trail. So we got called and suited up. And again, when you mention the word child, is a 14-year-old a child? Well, when they don't speak the language, when they're new foster children and new to the country, yes.
There were a lot of factors.
A whole lot of factors going on. So we had about 10 people. And he walked out. He did the right thing that almost no one ever does. I rarely see people who get lost who will turn around and follow their own trail out. They just don't do it. This kid did. Right answer. Got him at the top of the pass, got him back to his parents, and good outcome. Really good outcome.
And he was fine?
He was fine. He had the right clothes.
Okay.
It was just before dark. He wouldn't have been fine right after dark.
Okay.
With that background, and ourselves and the parents were very concerned because we don't know how he's going to react.
Yeah.
Because you just don't know him that well. People do very strange things in total darkness.
Yeah.
Some of them are not helpful.
Sure.
But he turned around, and I think they had to go get the bike, but that worked out fine.
I can see how you could get really disoriented in total darkness. Well, Dan, we've got another interview with you a little bit later in the program, so we have more things to talk about.
We talk about what we did for the year.
Sounds great.
Good.
Thanks so much. We're going to take it back over to Ashley. She's got your weather forecast.